I remember one incident where I get a phone call and the officer says, Super, can you come down to building 1? I said, well, okay, I'll be down in a little bit. He says, no, please come down to building 1. Dominican brother, nice correction officer, real good kid. So I go down to building 1. I said, what's the problem? He says, 3 Cell took my ring. I said, 3 Cell took your ring? I said, Pedro? He said, yeah, he took my ring. I said, well, how did he get your ring? He said he wanted to see it, and I took it off, and I let him see it. I let him check it out. I said, okay, man, come with me. So we go down to 3 Cell, bang on the door. I said, Pedro. He said, in his broken Spanish accent, it was crazy. He said, what happened, Cibro? What happened to you? What you coming to my cell banging to the door like that for? I said, listen to me. You got his ring. He said, he give it to me. I said, no. I said, he ain't give you shit. Give him back his ring right now. And don't tell me you swallowed it or anything else, because those are the stories that I don't want to hear today. He said, but he gave it to me. I said, he did not give you his ring. Now give him back his ring, okay? Or there's going to be some ringing going on in here, and it ain't going to be the bells of St. Mary, all right? All of a sudden, he gives him back his ring. The officer thanks me for getting his ring back. So I said to the officer, I said, yo, so let me ask you a question. What makes you think this guy that's in here is a jeweler, and he's going to look at your ring, and he's going to value it and give it back to you? And the officer looked at me, said, I said, don't be intimidated. Don't be afraid. The same way you picked up the phone and called me and said that something was going on is the same way I want you to know that I got your back, because that's what we do. That's what they do. That's what we do. We have to protect each other. However, that being said, doesn't mean that you just pull the fire alarm or pull the pin and wait for 10 guys to show up to try to do something to an inmate. So always treat people the way that you want to be treated. Whether they're an inmate, officer, civilian, doesn't matter. Your kids, treat them the way that you want to be treated.